Hello everyone, welcome back. So just yesterday, the Facebook coding competition called Facebook Hacker Cup 2020 finished. It was the qualification round. So here you had to solve one problem to qualify for the next round called round one. So today I will be showing you how to solve the problem A called travel restrictions. So the problem statement over here is very elongated and it is very, long to read through. So basically, I will be making it short and let you guys understand what this question is actually asking. So here, let's just go straight into the input format. So here it says the first line of input contains obviously the number of test cases t. So here you can see it's the number of test cases, and then the next two lines, next line will contain an integer n. So what this n is, the n is number of cities there in this problem. So I will be leaving the link of this problem below, so you can go through the problem and understand what it is asking. So I will be also showing you what is the main motive of this problem and what this is asking. So here we are mainly given with two arrays or two strings rather. One is called input string and another is called output string. So what this input string basically says is, let's say if there is a city called, let's say, ith city. For ith city, if the input string is y or yes, that means coming into that city is possible, or it's, you can say it's valid. And if the output string of that particular city is yes also, that means going out from that city is also possible. So that means if a city has, let's say, incoming as y and outgoing as no, that means you cannot go out from there, but any other plane can come inside. So this is what is given, and we have to find out this matrix or this output where we have to print, like, from which city what all other cities are reachable. So basically one another constraint is given here is we cannot jump between cities. So like we can only travel between adjacent cities. So let's say these two cities are adjacent, so we can travel from one another. So when is the possibility of traveling? So we have to understand, let's say if the left city is having its outgoing as yes and the right city having its incoming as yes, so that means what? So we can go from the left city to right city and vice versa. Let's say if the right city having outgoing as yes and left city having the incoming as yes, so that means we can go from right city to left city. So basically how we have to do this problem is we have to form a directed graph where we will form that what all cities are reachable from one cities. So how to actually form the graph, I will be showing it in the whiteboard. So here in the whiteboard, let me once again explain you the problems. Problem, what it is exactly asking is, so we will be given with this input string and this output string, and this length is n. This is signifying how many cities we have, and this input string means here y means that from this city, let's say call it 0. So let me index them 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's say if it is 0, the city 0 is having in as y, so that means the incoming in the city 0 is accepted, and also it's having output as y, so outgoing from that city is also accepted. So here let's say for the city number 1, the outgoing is accepted, but some plane coming to the city is not accepted. So basically we also are given with that only between two adjacent cities one plane can travel, like between these two, between these two, between these two, and so on, like between these two. Then we have to check between these two and these two. So these are the possible combinations, so we have to check all of them. So what exactly you can say is, whenever it is possible to go from one city to another city, so let's say for first pair we have to check, so is it possible to go from 0 to 1? We will check. The outgoing of 0 is yes, so going from 0 is possible, but landing in 1 is not possible because incoming in 1 is not allowed. But if we look at the opposite way, the outgoing in 1 is possible and incoming in 0 is also possible. So that means going from 1 to 0 is allowed. So this is one like route from 1 to 0, it is allowed. So once again, now we have to check between these two. Here we first check that out from city 1 is allowed, but going to city 2 is not allowed. And also out from city 2 is allowed, but landing in city 1 is not allowed. So between these two pairs we cannot travel. So now checking for these two, like 2 3. So for the pair 2 3, going from city 2 is allowed and landing in city 3 is also allowed. So this is possible, but vice versa is not possible. You can see no and no. Now for these two, going from city 3 is not allowed, so we cannot even land in 4. So now here we can see that the opposite, like going from city 4 is possible and landing on city 3 is also possible. So 4 to 3 there is a path. So now using these values we will form what, an adjacency list representation of a directed graph, a digraph. So we have formed, so like from 1 to possible cities are 0, from 2 the possible city is 3, from 4 the possible city is 3. So the actual, like representation of this adjacency list is like this graph, like from 0 to 1 is possible and the direction is only this way. We cannot like go from 0 to 1 also, the only way possible is this. And from 2 we can go to 3 and we can go from 4 to 3. So now we have to fill out this matrix of 5 comma 5 or n cross n, this matrix of n cross n matrix, where we have to fill from each city where it is possible to go. Like at each index, I have also written down here the index, like for let's say the index I comma j. So let me write it down over here. For index I comma j, it is y only if it is possible for a plane to travel from I to j, or unless it is no. So we have to fill it this way. So one another thing is to notice over here is each city can reach itself. So that means if the value is I comma I or the same value, it is always yes. So that means we have to place diagonally wise, diagonally wise. So here we can see we have placed diagonally wise. So now first check, is it possible for me to travel from 0 to 1? Let's see, 0 to 1 is not possible, so n. 0 to 2, is it possible? 0 to 2, there is no connection, so it's no. 0 to 3, 0 to 3 not possible, and 0 to 4 also not possible, so both negative, both no. So now check, 1 to 0 is possible, 1 to 0 there is a path, so yes, yes, and this is already yes. 1 to 2, is it possible? Let's see, 1 to 2, no, no path, so no. 1 to 3 and 1 to 4 also no path because they are separate components. So 1 to 3, 1 to 3 and 1 to 4 no path, so no and no. Now 2 to 0, is there any path? From 2 to 0 no path, so no. 2 to 1, 2 to 1 again no path, so no. 2 to 3, now 2 to 3 there is a path, from 2 there is a path to 3, so that's why yes. And 2 to 4, is there any path from 2 to 4? No path, so it will be no. So now 3 to 0, 3 to 0, is there any path? No path. So I guess you are getting my point, right? So let me just fill out the rest of the matrix quickly. So 3 to 1, 3 to 1 no path, so no. 3 to 2, 3 to 2 there is no path, so no. And 3 to 4 there is also no path, no path. Now 4 to 0 no path, 4 to 1 no path, 4 to 2 no path. Now 4 to 3 there is a path, and how is that? 4 to 3 there is a path, so yes, and this is always yes. So now we got our answer matrix and we have to print this matrix. So now the question comes, how to find out, like from one index or one node, if other nodes are reachable or not. So we just have to do a basic graph traversal. We can either use BFS over here or DFS, any graph traversal will work. So what we will do is we will start from each node, like we will start from, let's say, 0. From 0, what are the nodes reachable? From 0 there are no nodes reachable, because from 0 the in degree is 1 but no out degree, like nothing is going out from 0. So for 0, each row having 0, like this 0th row except the 0 0 will be no, because there is no other city reachable from here. So now we will start BFS or DFS from 1. We found only one node connected to it, so from 1 to 0 will be there one path and 1 1 will be yes, rest will be no. from 2, now we start a DFS. From 2 we found one path only. From 2 to 3 is possible. So for 2 there is only one yes. Here we can see 2 3, and this will be obviously yes by default. From 3, from 3 we can see there is no path, no outgoing edge. So for 3 only 3 3 will be yes. So as we can see only 3 3 is and all are no. And for 4 also, one again DFS or BFS, so we can only reach 3. So that's why 4 3 is yes, and rest of them, or this is also by default yes, and rest of them are no. So this is our algorithm. So what will be the time complexity of algorithm? So let's say the time complexity will be order on. So how many vertices are there? There are n vertices, so it will be n into n. So it will be n into ny, or rather n squared, because for the BFS or DFS we know that order of v plus e time complexity. So v plus e is basically is equivalent to order of n, because it's a linear thing. So for each node we are calling BFS or DFS. So for this one order of n, for this one order of n. So for n nodes, n into n. So that's why time complexity is this. And space complexity is also similar, because we will be using queue and stack. So queue for BFS and stack for DFS. So that's why the space complexity is also similar. So it will be order of n into n. So this is our algorithm. So now look into the code and see how we can implement it.
So now I will be showing you how to implement the logic which I have just explained in the whiteboard. So I have already written down the code, so I will not be typing it. So I hope you can understand. So first of all, we are using this function called solve. So here we can see we are taking input n, and it is an integer input, so int input, and now we are taking two strings called, one is called incoming and one is called outgoing. So here we are just building our answer matrix or answer 2D matrix called route. So let's see what this 2D matrix is. So this 2D matrix is looking something like this, because it's an n cross n grid. So that's why we have to build that also. So after building that, we are actually filling it by default with n's or no's. So after that, whenever, let's say, from one node to another node is possible, then only we will be putting y to it, or else it will be by default no. So now we have to first of all make a graph. So that's why we have defined this function called make graph. So let's see now how this make graph function is working. So this make graph function is written over here. So first of all, we are using an adjacency list representation. So that's why we are taking a default int. So this is basically how to define graph in Python. So this is very basic thing. Like we are taking a previous and a next. So for each node, let's say we are taking both the side, both the adjacent. So let's say for the first city, we don't have anything on the left. So that's why we have to check the bound also. So for that, we are using this check bound function. So our index should always be what? Equal to 0 or more than 0, and will be less than n. So that's why we have this check bound function. So for each adjacent pairs, we first check if the outgoing from the current city is yes or not. So let's say if the outgoing from the current city is no, so then we cannot go from there, right? So first of all, we will be checking if the outgoing from the city is yes or no, and if the next city, or which is the city on its right, is inside the bound or not. And if it's inside the bound and incoming in that city is yes, so that's mean from the current city we can go to the right city. So then we will do what with respect to the current city, we will be appending the next, and same we are doing with previous. So we will be checking that if it is possible for the current city to go out from the current city or not. So this is what this line is doing, and we will check if the previous city is within bounds or not, and we will see that if it's possible to even land on previous city. So if all these conditions are true, then we will with respect to current city, we will also append the previous city. So using this function, we just made the graph. So after making the graph, we are doing what? For each city or for each node from 0 to n, we are calling this function called BFS, and we are passing this graph, this current city, and this route. So what this route is, this route or route, you can say, is our answer basically, the 2D matrix which we have to print. So now inside this BFS, this is standard BFS, like we have a visited array, or you can use a set like as I have done here, and we are having a queue, and we are just doing the standard BFS. So whenever the next node is not invisible, so that means what? From the current city, the next city is reachable. So let's say we are passing the current city, the city over here in the BFS function, and we have pushed it into the queue. And at this while loop, we first pop the current city and check all its adjacents or all its neighbors. So let's say from city 0, if any of the cities are reachable, then we will check all of them. If any of the cities are reachable, then and the route or route to the array, we will be making or marking it as yes. So city or city and next at this index, we are making it 0. Making it 1, and we are pushing the next city in our queue. So we'll be doing until the queue is not empty. So for each node, we will check all its adjacents, and if any of these adjacents are reachable from this city, then we will be making it as y. So this is the basic BFS function. So after populating this, we have to also make all the diagonal elements as y. So that's why we are also doing this loop. We are making the diagonal elements as y. So after that, we basically are printing this, and we should get our solution. So let me just run it once and tell you how this code is actually working. So let me run it, and let me also copy the input from here. So I have copied it, and let me just paste it. And so you can see the output is coming to us is actually correct. So yeah, so we are also like printing these things because it is needed over here. So this is how to solve this problem called the travel restriction. You can also see my solution got accepted. So yeah, so I hope you like this video, and if you think this video has been helpful for you, so do consider liking this video also, and I will also be leaving the code of this problem or the solution link in the description below, and do also check it out. So thank you for watching.